Hello everyone and welcome to Katelyco.
So today we are making over Riverside Roost in Willow Creek, and here's what I'm doing for the outside, just trying to figure out what's gonna work. Just go with like a nice white color, nothing too crazy, kind of making it a bit more simplified looking. The vision I had for this house on the interior was to go for more of a boho vibe and just use more color and patterns. So we'll get into that when we get inside the house. So hopefully it comes across, and we will go ahead and gut the place, get rid of all of this stuff. It's not looking great. We'll get rid of all of it. I do end up keeping the layout of the kitchen, so it has that kind of cutout right now, and I didn't really know what else to kind of do with it. I could have gone with a half wall around the side of the wall that faces the living room, but I just keep it as is. I could have also added an archway, closed off the wall and added an archway, but again, I just decided to keep the kitchen as is. So I found these wallpapers, and it really inspired more of a green look to come through. So I do kind of carry that throughout the house, except for the little office activities room ends up coming out. We do a little bit more of a purple tone in there, which I think looks really good. I wanted to experiment more with some colors in this decorating video, so hopefully we see a lot more pop of color come through. And we're doing upstairs. Upstairs, I really liked this wallpaper, but it felt like it was a lot. There's just a lot of pattern going on, so I tried to figure out if I could do more of a feature wall with it. So I'm trying to figure out what else can go with this, but I tried doing that wood paneling on the longer wall and it didn't really work, but I felt like on this smaller wall here it does kind of work a bit more. So I do a different one. I do this one. Yes, the vertical paneling. Yeah, I think the wood vertical paneling goes really well with the greens color. I'm sure it would go well with a lot of other colors, but I just felt like it brought out more of a natural tone in the upstairs bedroom area. Changing up the stairwell here and the balusters. Changing out the doors. I think we do end up, we go with the Get Famous doors that I love. They have a great wood tone to them. It's a great color. They just look great. And then this standard entry door. There's like two entryways for this house, so I end up doing the other one there, but you can kind of see it's off to the side there. There's another entryway. So we do end up making over that as well, adding in a door there. Yep, these are some of my favorite windows, and they're just base game, and they have a lot of different sizes, and they just go well together, so they're easier to use on a whole house. Looking for a window. I was wanting to go for like a slider door, but I didn't like the look of them, so we do end up going for just the same style as door as the front door. Doing the bathrooms, pretty standard. changing up this. I didn't really like the green color for the fencing here around this balcony area, so I change it to the white, and I'm going to change the pillars as well because the pillars are like that green color. I don't know why green, why, but we change it to white. Could have also gone darker since I have some darker accents with the doors and the windows, but just decided to make it all white, make it go together. We do darker for the trim. I love a good dark trim on the roofing. Moving to the kitchen now, trying to figure out what style of counters I want. I don't want to do like the exact same thing because I do have a tendency of doing the same type of kitchen because I have a style that I prefer, but I'm trying to figure out a different one to go with. But the brown tone goes so well with the windows, it goes so well with the green that we do end up going with these countertops. And I don't end up doing a dining room in this space. I probably could have because it's a bigger space, but we have like the living room and the activities room, and the hallway is just so big, but it wouldn't have, I don't know, I don't think it would have worked to have had a dining room set in the hallway. So we could have done it in this living space, but I fill it up with living room stuff. So yeah, we just will have to go with the island counters seating area. No dining. Added in the curtains, those CC curtains, because they are beautiful. Now figuring out living room furniture. That's a beautiful couch with the nice kind of more mid-century modern TV stand. And I think I end up foregoing this side table because I didn't really think it ended up going with the final look of the room. We kind of switch up, I don't know, the style. It starts off looking how I like normally make a room, but then I add much more color in the space and other pieces, and that kind of side table area just doesn't end up working out. Adding in the greenery, the plants, because they look beautiful. This nice faux fireplace area that we can decorate and use the shelving spot for. Putting in a lot of books. There's also a lot of books that end up in the office space, so they must love reading in this house because there are a lot of books. Making over the activities room over here. Adding in a computer. We have the easel and these comfy beanbag chairs. And I end up adding like a, what's it called? Like a tapestry thing that goes around, you'll see, and it ends up looking really nice in the space, and it just kind of fills it out a bit more, makes it look more fun as well. So we'll see that. Yeah, a nice standard brown rug. The brown really go well with like the natural tones. It's kind of interesting. You get to like, when you're going for more of like a boho vibe, you can balance like the natural tones with a lot of brighter colors. So you can see like the rug I have in the living room is that like red rug, so we're bringing in some more of the red tones. We have the green. I hope it avoids coming across as Christmas because that is not the goal here, but in the activities room we have like the purples and the browns, and the green ends up coming through as well. And here we are working on the bedroom upstairs. This beautiful CC bed that will be linked down below. Just looks great in the space, and I like that swatch that we used. Adding in a nice egg chair downstairs, filling in some of the balcony space. Got this cool shelving. I don't end up putting anything on it, so it's more of like an art piece in my opinion. Now I thought this kind of had more of a rustic tone to it, and it looked a little bit better in the space than the other side table did, and as well as this one. And so at this point I'm kind of thinking, is there a way to make some things look a little more thrifted, a little more older, so like those side tables have like a little older wood tones to it, but also just naturally bringing in the wood tones. So like this is more like a makeshift looking TV stand. So I'm kind of trying to switch up how I normally would decorate, because those are pieces that I would normally use, and I'm trying to make things look a little more thrifted as best as I can with the stuff that I have. Oh yeah, and we have this beautiful garden area in the side of the house. We don't really have a backyard, so it's more of like a side yard area, and so we'll get into the gardening portion in a little bit. Yeah, filling up this plant stand in the living area. I've used that in another build. It's really pretty. It just adds a lot of good dimension to the space. Some more plants. Adding in the clutter pieces here as well. Oh yeah, this tapestry thing. I ended up using this downstairs. So here's where we can use like a canopy. I don't know. What would you call that? A little tent? So yeah, we can use it with the bean bags, and it looks really cute. The green color looks great, but I do end up deciding to go with the orange, because I don't know, I really liked how the orange popped against the purple. But the green looked great as well. Adding in some mirrors, and I know one of the mirrors ends up like covering part of the mirror, but I figure it's like a layering effect of mirrors in that room, so I kept it because I felt like it was more of like a look we were going for. Adding some more pillows, some clutter here, some more books, and we end up adding some more books into the office space, making the space look a little more lived in with all these pieces. Having some office clutter here with all the books that we add to the office space, kind of in that little corner area over there. Don't know what they're using all these books for. I mean, they're reading them, obviously, but like, why are they all piled up in the office room? I don't know. Who knows? But that's just what they're vibing with here. We got that nice rug in this bedroom, adding in some more wall decor. There's that beautiful moon wall decor piece that I got in a boho set, and it just goes really well. Adding in some lights into the hallway area and the bedroom. Lights really add a lot of good decor to a space. Adding in some pictures and artwork. Oh yeah, because these were on the ground, I decided to size them up and do different swatches. They have so many different swatches. This is a CC piece, custom content added to the game. So yeah, I was able to size up the one so it's like a huge canvas, and then the smaller ones, and they all have different swatches on them, and they're just kind of piled in the back there, which I thought looked cool because it's kind of like the artwork that they're working on or have already finished, just kind of sitting in the back there. Adding in some lights to the space, those beautiful lights there, some more artwork to the walls. Yeah, that looked a little too stark of a contrast against the dark walls, so I moved it to the hallway area, and I do a little something different here. Yep, just a single. I didn't want too much bright colors against the dark because it just looked too stark of a contrast. Moving downstairs, adding some more clutter here with the shelving, changing the color of some of these books. Here we are working on the outside, so you can see I've kind of added in some gardening space, the fountain, and just making that work with some of the terrain paint. And we're filling in this front area of the house here because it looked a little sparse. A lot of this stuff looked a little sparse. I understand it's because it's cheaper to move a sim in when you don't use as much stuff on the lot, but we're making these look pretty. So I just wanted to fill in the greenery, make it look more full. So that's what we're doing here. Adding in some more flowers. Yeah, I sized that up to see kind of what it looked like, but didn't end up working in the space. And the sunflowers are just so cute. I love adding sunflowers to a house. And these purple bushes are great. I use them all the time. They really help add some color without being too big. They're smaller style of bushes, so they work really well. Adding in some more greenery here. Filling out these like entryways and the balcony upstairs. Just ended up going for a simple bench on that entryway area. And we will work on the porch for the front of the house as well. Adding in a nice entry rug to the outside. Wipe your feet off. See what we got. Some flowers up front. Add some good color. Looking at my options here, but I stick with these. Added in some greenery, putting a bench here at the front, and I end up kind of offsetting it so it's not straight aligned with the grid. And now we will do a walkthrough. Let me get rid of the camera soon. Here's a little outside of the house, what it's looking like. We will move inside through the doors. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!